Time has come to crown the 2024 Division III Field Hockey National Champion here in Lexington, Virginia, as it's a pair of conference foes battling for the national title. The Panthers of Middlebury College go for a 7th straight national championship and their 8th in the last 9 seasons, while the Tufts University look to put an end to that streak and capture their 2nd ever field hockey national championship. We welcome you here to Turf Field on the campus of Washington University in Lexington, Virginia. Thanks so much for joining us on NCAA.com. Alongside Kelsey Likens, I'm Ryan Connell. On Friday, we were treated to a couple of tight semifinals. Tufts, a 1-0 win over Williams in overtime, while Middlebury advanced with a 2-1 Salisbury.
Yep, Tufts was definitely able to get 8 shots on goal. They had 10 attacking penalties, and they're definitely going to be looking to those attacking opportunities today. From a defensive standpoint, they stood as Williams had only gotten 3 shots on goal, and they only got 2 attacking corners. Tufts really stood strong and were able to get themselves into this championship.
Lainey Pearson right there with the overtime game-winning goal from Kylie Rosenquist, which sends the Jumbos on to the championship. As for the second semifinal, Middlebury trailed 1-0 early but had 2 second-half goals, including that one from Caroline Siegel to not the score, and it was Amy Griffin again for the Panthers.
Middlebury definitely showed a lot of resiliency despite being scored on first. They possessed the ball well for the game, and head coach Catherine DiLorenzo was very impressed by her attacking midfield players and forwards for the grit that they demonstrated.
As you can screen, Middlebury looking for what would be a 7th straight national championship in their 8th in 9 years if they could get it done here again today. While Tufts had their 2nd national championship in field hockey in program history. Their only other came in 2012. Both these teams met in the 18 national championship, and Middlebury beat Tufts by a final of 2-0 as these two squads getting together here again today. Much better conditions this afternoon than Friday's semifinals. Sunshine, blue skies, and temperatures almost in the 60s here in Western Virginia as we're getting ready to get underway. Middlebury going left to right here in the first as they have the dark blue uniform, white numbers and letters, while Tufts and the white tops with the baby blue numbers and letters, they go right to left. As we're officially underway in the national championship game. These two teams only met once this season. Came back on October 19th, and it was in Medford, Mass. Tufts beat Middlebury 2-1 to hand the Panthers just their 1 of 2 losses this season and break up Middlebury's, at the time, 43-game winning streak. But the Jumbos trying to beat the Panthers for a 2nd time this season, while Middlebury looking to get their revenge against Tufts here in the national championship game. Heat out wide here. Jumbos trying to swing it in for Del Judas. And a foul there against Tufts.
One of the things you'll notice here is Tufts putting a lot of pressure on Middlebury's backs. I was talking to Coach Tina Matera yesterday after her practice session, and they need to attack them. They cannot fall back, play a defensive game. They need to be attacking minded, and that starts with their forwards pressing Middlebury very high.
Collision there between Luft and McMichael. As the Jumbos retain possession. Both of these teams kind of dominated a lot in each of their respective semifinals on Friday. Middlebury really had to work through the Salisbury defense, find a couple of goals, while Tufts had plenty of opportunities, but it took to overtime to finally break through against Williams. Yeah, you mentioned it. Both of these coaches talking about how strong it has to be on the defensive end. That's Lily Branca coming up to pick that one off for the Panthers. Branca into the circle, and she'll be whistled down for a foul. A Jumbo's player took a big hit there and has to come off. Branca trying to tripped her up and caught her up high. So still trying to sort things out here, but it should be Tufts ball. The Jumbos will set up at the top of their own defensive circle and get ready to bring this back underway.
Yesterday I was observing the sessions that each team had, and Middlebury was working on this right here. Tufts outlet, it's Middlebury's press. And I can see that it's exactly what they practiced yesterday, marking their central players incredibly tight.
So still waiting to get back underway. Still a little over 2 minutes into the national title game. Jumbos and the Panthers doing edition of their yearly rivalry. Tufts won the NCAA championship up in Middlebury just a couple of weeks ago after the Panthers fell in the Souls debates as the top seed and host. As the Jumbos hoisted the NCAA crown. Back underway here, Lexington. The Panthers try and lock it in defensively and not allow Tufts to break out. Semi-final games on Friday. You saw the first 15 minutes be a true feeling out process. No team taking a whole ton of risks. Just trying to mitigate anything. Just see exactly what the other wanted to do. It seems like so far here today, both teams have a very strong idea of what the other wants to do. That one takes a deflection.
After interviewing both coaches yesterday after their practice, I actually both said the same thing, that they need to take risks on the attacking side of the ball. So they both stated that there was a little bit of conservativeness playing with in both the semifinal games, but they said big plays don't just happen. You have to make them happen. So I think you're going to see a lot of risks on the attack of the ball today.
Whistled down against the Jumbos. Trying to keep this one in is McMichael, and she does. War up the near side. I still have to feel like, Kelsey, that transition play going to have to be key for both sides.
With how sound both of these are defensively, when you are attacking, especially transition attack, you have to go with speed, so those defensive numbers can't get underneath the ball. On says it's really going to be difficult to penetrate the circle, so yes, that transition play is very important.
All the things Coach DiLorenzo talked about in depth in her press conference after Friday's win was how the conscientious decision-making of her players on not trying things, but also not trying to compromise their defensive stability while being aggressive on the offensive side of the field. And you have to think that his message again today. She was really liked how disciplined they were against Salisbury, packing it in defensively against them, against the Tufts team who's going to more on-ball pressure all over the field. You have to think that same decision-making going to have to be on a great level here again today. This one hops into the circle, swept along, but whistled down and out for the Jumbos.
Utilizing the aerial ball quite a bit to try to go over this high pressure from Middlebury. Definitely something they practiced today.
Medwar gonna bring it into the circle, and she can't save it there along the baseline. In a regular season meeting, it was Medwar that's one goal for Middlebury against Tufts. While for the Jumbos, it was Kaylee McDonald scoring both. And our first petter of the afternoon goes to Middlebury here with 9:22 to play in the first, as the Panthers will get the first great chance here early on. Listen there, Lancey pressing ahead and just running right into traffic.
Great job by Lancey, using her body to shield off the ball while getting the obstruction call at the same. Curious to see what Middlebury will do here. They practiced their corners for about 35 yesterday because Coach Catherine DiLorenzo said they didn't have a lot of time to do it the rest of the week with all the travel schedule and everything else. So if we'll see a hard straight strike from the top.
Siegel puts it in. This one swept along by Keefe and knocked wide by the Jumbos defensively.
That was a great fly on the penalty corner unit. Got out there incredibly fast. Stick was in a good low.
Another one, Smiddle, this time looking for, again, what was Brinka this time, but a foul inside the circle. Jumbos answer the early test defensively after some pressure. Middlebury here to start. Gavin picks that one off. Here's a rush for the Jumbos. In the circle, sweeps it along. Saved, rebound, still out in front. Griffin defensively. Air for Middlebury. Amy Griffin just in after the save from Madeline DeLemme.
Yeah, Gavin created a great opportunity there, tackled back defensively, won that ball off of Keith's stick. Good circle entry into the circle, just need to place in a little bit better towards the far post.
Their foul against those. DeLemme started the last 3 games in goal for Middlebury. This will be her 4th consecutive. All of them have come in the NCAA tournament after not starting a game the rest of the year. She had appeared in 12 games entering today. Middlebury had played and really had come on and playing big shifts with sophomore goalie Idzik. But DeLemme has been who Middlebury has turned to here in the postseason, and didn't see a whole lot of traffic as the Jumbos tumbling at midfield. Didn't see a whole lot of traffic on Friday. The only shot that was on goal by Salisbury ended up in the back of the net, and it kind of deflected in off a defender in front. Hasn't seen a whole lot of work. The Jumbos, one of their big points of emphasis, definitely going to try and put shots on her and make her have to make a couple of stops in goal.
And they're off to a great start, making her have to have a save right here in the first quarter. And that's the risk teams chatted about. It's a lot of circle entry on both sides.
DeFeo back more towards the middle, just nobody home for the Panthers. Pearson runs into Griffin.
You can definitely tell this is a championship atmosphere. The crowd is very loud. The game's physical. We've already seen people take a few tumbles. There's been shots on both sides. Every single player out here is playing with urgency and intensity. It is Championship Sunday.
Griffin trying to catch a teammate in Caroline Haggerty. Just too far in front of her. They've been quite comfortable in the championship setting. A player that's been on their roster, except first years, have been a part of at least one championship with Middlebury. They've won each of the last 6. For Tufts, this is their first title game since 2018. Already won the NESCAC championship this year. A lot of their games in the postseason have had to go past 60 minutes. 6 of their last 7 games have gone to either an overtime or a shootout. This one into the middle corner, awarded to Middlebury. So the second opportunity for the Panthers on a corner coming here with 5:36 left.
With how quick Tufts fly came out on that last defensive penalty corner, I'm thinking that Middlebury is going to slip the ball either right or left to try to change the point so that they can get a hard shot from like a different angle.
Siegel again to be the ins for Middlebury. Panthers spreading out 7 players around the top of the circle. Siegel straight in. Extra pass. This one stopped down in front of Eastburn and then cleared a stop. The Jumbos have numbers if they can hurry. Again, the back checking by the Panthers at least limit opportunities the other way. Despite turning it over now deep in their own end. So Tufts going to utilize some good field positioning here and keep it in the Middlebury defend. Apply that pressure. As Lancey just has it in the corner.
Can see this high pressure from Tufts. That's a hard to take a restart, and there's a lot of Tufts numbers. Impressive that Middlebury was able to get out of it, though.
Through for Emma McCann, and we'll get a stoppage and a card issued here. It's going to be number 5, Eleanor Luft for Tufts, who heads off with a green card at 4:26 play here in the first.
Green card on the 25, Eleanor Luft.
So now a player up opportunity here for Middlebury. Maybe settle in a little bit more offensively, develop more possession around the plus side of midfield. This one through for McMichael. And offered.
Middlebury really has the idea when they're attacking, though. That long ball that happened going across the field is going to be tough to defend because it's such a long ball, changes the point of attack, and it's hard to get your numbers under.
Branco with it here for Middlebury. And a strong work there from Kaylee McDonald, but grit it right back. Amy Griffin. Well, Judas breaks up that chance, going to fire away, and she'll be whistled for the foul. Jumbo's trying to shape here to work it out of their own end. Contact McCann and Del Judas. A little over 3 minutes left in the first 15 minutes. Still no score between Tufts and Middlebury. The 2024 NCAA Division III Field Hockey National Championship. Panthers have had the better opportunity so far. Fuqua unable to keep it in that time.
Head coach Catherine DiLorenzo mentioning Fuqua yesterday to me during our interview after the practice session, and she was very much by her and number 10, Claire McMichael, and how they're able to share time and go in and out for her. Especially impressed with Friday when the weather was chilly and they're coming off the bench instantly, and how they were able to execute their technical skill despite those cold temperatures.
Tufts back to full strength here. As the green card expires against Luck. Each team with just one shot on goal here in the first, and each goalie with a save. DeLemme for Middlebury, Eastburn, Tufts, and DeLemme off her line to help kick that one towards the near side. Forwards doing a great job of keeping that pressure on the Middlebury back line. That's Reagan Malo down there doing the work. Tufts. Into the middle for Pearson. Pearson in the circle. And Tufts will get their first penalty corner of the afternoon. So after 2 early corners from Middlebury, Tufts their own crack at one here with less than 90 seconds to play in the first.
Great job carrying into goal. Again, protecting the ball, causing the Middlebury defender to get a little impatient. Thrown there, causing a foul that earns Tufts this first penalty corner.
Middlebury, such has been team entering today. They'd only given up 59 corners in 20 games. That's less than 3 per contest. They did have a penalty corner against Salisbury in the national semifinals on Friday, but do concede one here in the first against the national championship. McDonald, the inserter for the Jumbos. They'll juke a crack. And looking for the deflection from Rosenquist, just not on frame.
That'd be a little different than what we saw in the semifinal. They opted to slip the ball right and left quite a bit, but here the insert, you see them taking a straight strike and looking for that R2 runner on the right post.
1 minute.
Utilize the back and try and switch the field to the near side. Casey able to get a stick to it, but it's way to Caroline Siegel. Ranka down towards the baseline and just chopped out of play. Stay with Middlebury. And now a penalty corner is going to be awarded. Not the initial signal for first. Middlebury will chance here in the first.
Tufts on the side on the first corner that Middlebury got had such a quick fly coming out, and then the Sec Trail was in phenomenal position on the player who received right in front of the goalkeeper. Very impressed with this unit. Middlebury will have to be creative on the offensive side to put one in the back of the net.
Siegel again to insert it here with 31.5 seconds left in the first. This one, getting a piece of it was Rosenquist as Fuqua trying to take a go of it from the top of the circle. Knocked out of play for Tufts ball. Final few seconds will come off the clock here. Much like the semifinals on Friday, a scoreless first 15 here in Lexington between Middlebury and Tufts in the 2024 NCAA Division III National Championship game. Back here in Lexington by Natural Bridge State Park, just about 15 minutes away. Some of the nice scenery here in southwestern Virginia of the 2024 NCAA Division III Field Hockey National Championship. Part of the Blue Ridge Mountains here in southwestern Virginia. Some of the most beautiful parts country. We have a great game on our hands here in the National Championship. Scoreless after 15 minutes between Middlebury and Ty Connell and Kelsey Likens with you here on NCAA.com. Kelsey, that first 15 minutes, a whole lot more than we saw in either first quarter in the two semifinals on Friday. Both teams taking a few chances on the offensive side.
Definitely getting shots on goal. We have attacking penalty corners on both sides. Things are a bit physical here. You can tell both really want it. We saw one card thrown already in the first period. I wouldn't be surprised to see a couple more as these stakes seem to be very high.
The Panthers on left to right here in the dark blue. This one makes its way into the circle for DeFeo. Georgian DeFeo. Back out, and unblocked all the way from Luft. McMichael has it, and back into the circle. That one from DeFeo has to be knocked by Eastburn. And a results-carry penalty corner, which will be their fourth opportunity.
Bouncy ball in there, tried to get a strike off. Down the space really well, Eastburn.
Line Siegel, and input it here for Middlebury. Lancey, still with it. Lancey, top of the circle. Woo, Catherine Lancey. Chops it with the backhand. It's down.
Seemed to be a little confusion there at the top of the circle where play was supposed to be, but did a really good job. Lancey creating something. Just has to get initial ball on the ground if it's supposed to be on goal.
Keefe will switch the field to the far side. Ellie Hughes over there for Middlebury. They had more possession than the Jumbos here. So when they've had opportunities, made them quick in transition. McMichael still weaving. Just couldn't connect on the backhand that time.
That was great defensive pressure. At practice yesterday, I saw Tufts head coach Tina Matera telling her defensive players to try to contest every single shot. She was teaching them how to get a hold of the ball, being safe and protecting themselves at the same time and not fouling. So contesting shots was a big point yesterday because they know Middlebury's going to wind up, whether it's on the forehand, the backhand, and take quick shots as much as they can.
So the Jumbos get it back after the foul right close to midfield. It seems like what has happened for a lot across today's game, having to back for both teams before going forward. Stone will settle for Middlebury. She runs into a couple of Jumbos.
Tufts putting great pressure on the ball once again. They just need to work on not fouling as they do so. They just need to make sure they're going in on the defensive side low and ready to protect their feet.
Another long stretch that connects for Middlebury. DeFeo out wide here for Branca. Lily Branca flicks it along. Eastburn knocks it down, and a penalty corner for the Panthers.
Such a quick transition for Middlebury there. Got that ball off the Reese. Was able to get circle entry. Creative shot there off the baseline into a penalty corner for Middlebury.
Already the sixth opportunity for Middlebury here in the first half on penalty corners. They average almost 12 a game, which is a top 5 in division season. We've seen a few different options for them. A couple of straight-on shots, at times dribbling at the top of the circle. Siegel again will sweep it in. Stone. This one knocked away by the Jumbos. It was Sousa helping to break up that pass in front.
Again, great defensive positioning by the Tufts defensive penalty corner unit. Wasn't even a shot that was able to be on goal because of her positioning there.
A slow bouncing ball that Medwar gets to first, but just can't wrangle it in.
And that's what players really need to work on, sending strong, accurate passes around the back despite getting high pressure opposition. Putting 2 numbers over the ball. Good double team. Being two by the officials, though.
Such strong defensive play all weekend from all 4 teams that were here in Lexington. Just how much the importance of not mitigating any mistakes. And Pearson wears this one off the shin. Griffin just outside the Peter line. Hops along towards the circle, and a penalty corner coming for Middlebury.
Middlebury doing a great job with these hard sweeps and hits. Although Tufts is in good positioning, it's just a matter of their first now and being able to control it.
So that one just kind of bounced. He took a awkward hop, and a lot of people were their sticks up above the shoulders. Eagle on the entry again for the Panthers. Try to capitalize on a corner. All right, this is Griffin. Eastburn right there. And another penalty corner coming.
Surprised we haven't seen a slip to the attacking right side yet. They're go straight shot or to their attacking left.
Again, the Panthers just continuing to compound opportunities. 7th penalty corner. It's on goal. This one straight through for Griffin. Griffin. And whistled down before bouncing its way in. Griffin wanting an action. And their conversation will quickly ended.
That's the benefit, though, to getting a lot of attacking penalty corners. You are wearing down the opposition. If you keep attacking this way, one of that will fall eventually.
Right up there is Claire Gavin. DeFeo just chipping it along here, knocked down McDonald. And again, just swept away by the Jumbos. Rose trying to lead the Jumbos out of their own end. Del Judas going to dribble it back. Did it right out of play. So much of what Jumbos have been able to do offense so far here today has come quickly in transition and then being able to stay in offensive zone pressure. Other than that, they've been pushed back into their own end quite a bit. Michael wide here for McCann. And again, defense in position that time for the Jumbos. Lancey dribbling Middlebury. Catherine Lancey in the circle. And the foul against the Panthers. So Eastburn was ready to come out if she had to off her line.
Tufts try outlets quickly so Middlebury can't set up in their man-to-man press that they have going. So even though they're clearing the ball out of their defensive end, it might go to a Middlebury player, but rushing very, very hard. to get that ball up and apply high pressure.
This one knocked down in the midfield by Pearson. Annie Pearson was the hero for Tufts on Friday with the overtime game winner. Franco, the step of Gabby Sousa. This one knocked down. The Jumbos will have it in the attack. Loft dump it down into the corner. And can't keep it in that time. Is the Hustle Tufts and Reagan Malo. Haggerty has it taken back. Malo up ahead for Villa. Again, Lindsay, the Panthers midfield, so strong on the defensive side of the ball as well. They get a lot of recognition for what they do offensively. The midfield unit for me really controls almost every game that they play. How much they can possess and create opportunity offensive end, but also what they do to take away the opposition defensively. Held. Claire Casey on the back line for the Jumbos, and again, quickly they try and go. Breaks it up. Sousa the other way. Bouncing one through, a foot race after it. Malo and Keith will just steer it towards the near side.
Both teams really picking up the pace. We're seeing super quick restarts, so teams can't get set defensively. A lot of 50-50 balls being put into something that head coach Tina Matera talked to me about yesterday at the end of her practice session. Want to win those 50-50 balls, and she believes that will make the difference here today.
McCann knocked off the ball there by Kate McKenzie. Jumbos have a couple of players on the back line that are rather inexperienced. McKenzie and Loft, the two outside backs, both Claire Casey in the middle, only a sophomore. Those answered all the tests so far here today on the biggest stage. No wonder 4 minutes left here before halftime. Still no score in the 20th National Championship between Middlebury and Tufts. Middlebury 4 shots, 1 for Tufts. Each team with a couple of corners, but Middlebury already with 7 corners. They've had the bulk of the possession here. Still no way to crack through this Jumbos defense.
You can see Tufts has a lot of their numbers on the ball side. Middlebury needs to find those centrals, and they need to have some open receptions to change the point of attack to the opposite side of the field. Tufts doesn't have their numbers.
Franca got upended at the foul. Del Judas right at midfield. Medwar with the back check defensively there.
Middlebury really does a great job going back and coming to help their teammate who's currently on the defensive side of the.
Knocked down at the top of the circle. As the Panthers whistled for the foul. For Tufts, with how much the ball's been in your defensive end, let's see a goal on the board for Middlebury. Has to be a little sign of confidence that even though they are opportunities, your defense has answered every test to this point.
Yeah, Tufts really making them work for it, and it's not just their defensive players, it's these forwards that are applying such high pressure, the transfer, getting back underneath the play every single time. They're doing a great job at just all-around team defense.
Jumbos come away with the 50-50 ball there in front of their own bench. Sousa up from her back position.
Love to see Tufts maintain a little bit more possession. Love that they're trying to go forward in moments. How with the numbers that Middlebury is able to get underneath the ball, it would be great if they might pass the ball around the back or have some inside passing down the sidelines just to sustain and control the pace of the game a little bit more. Those balls ahead and balls forward aren't a bad idea. You just have to pick and choose those moments in which you're utilizing them.
Let's see, wide here for Fuqua. Then Jumbo's player right in the way.
A lot of worth here in the middle towards the end of the second quarter. A lot of it's being played within the 23.
This one bounces into the circle. Siegel was tripped up. I'll say it did hit her feet. The Jumbo's going to take it down into the corner here and try and eat the rest of this clock before halftime. As McKenzie will shield off a couple of Panthers. The national champion will be scoreless at the half. Middlebury and Tufts, each with a few units in the first, but nobody able to break through. As we head to half, no score here in Lexington. Back from halftime here at the W&L Turf campus of Washington and Lee University in Lexington, Virginia. It's the 2020 NCAA Division III Field Hockey National Championship game. Panthers of Middlebury College and the Jumbos of Tufts University. Ryan Connell and Kelsey with you on NCAA.com. No score after 30 minutes. Kelsey, teams had a few opportunities in that first half. Middlebury had more of the chances, but nobody able to break through.
Yeah, correct. Just needs to capitalize on their APCs going into this half. They were able to get 7 attacking penalty. Great strikes on goal. They're looking for deflections, but Tufts is so strong in their defensive penalty corner unit.
I see a few of those coming up on your screen here. Branca with one of those there. A Dane that it's whistled down in another penalty corner. Middlebury had corners in the first 30 minutes. Tufts had just one. Here it is. This was their best chance. Del Judas looking for a deflection, just couldn't find it there. Post.
And Tufts has been able to get some of these opportunities because high-pressure press. What they just need to continue to do, though, are fouls as they're doing this high pressure.
Lydia Eastburn, 4 saves in goal for Tufts. Line Delemy, just 1 save for Middlebury in goal. First-year keeper for Middlebury had only made 1 save in each of the last starts across those 3 starts in the NCAA tournament. Not a whole lot of tests her way yet, but the but Tufts able to at least put a little pressure on her first 30 minutes.
And head coach Tina Matera from Tufts said he wants to challenge Middlebury's defense. She wants to force the goalkeeper from Middlebury to make some saves. That is the goal for today, continue to take risks. And I think that they've done that. They just haven't been able to sustain as they may have liked.
The two teams switch sides. Tufts left to right in the white uniforms. Goes right to left here in the dark blue. Underway in the second half, 2024 NCAA Division III National Championship game. Jumbers high pressure right away, helping them get the ball. And Middlebury's attacking for Tufts. Similar to kind of the Friday, every time they had possession, it was just or two off of connecting in the final third for them to really get another opportunity. We'll see if anything changes here at time.
Yeah, and one of the big differences, though, that I'm seeing today in comparison to the semifinal game by Tufts is that they're taking much quicker starts in this game. They're really trying to push the pace. They just still need to be able if they're going to send those long balls.
Edouard fighting for it. Edouard to apply pressure for Middlebury before she's called for the foul. Met in the regular season. This game was tied at 1. A late goal in the fourth quarter was the separator, coming from Kaylee Mold for a 2-1 win for Tufts. But it was a 1-0 lead for the Jumbo halftime of that game that ended Middlebury's, at the time, 43-game winning streak back in October. Here in the first half, it's been the Panthers who had dominated possession and taken it more to the Jumbos defensively. Pearson working into a crowd. This will allow her team to press ahead. McDonald into the circle. Here's Pearson. Lainey Pearson backhands one off the side of the cage.
And that's where both teams today have gotten a lot of their circle entry are from sweeps and hits in to the ball. And a bad mistrap on the defensive side has led to some attacking goal scoring opportunities. For example, right there, able to get a backhand strike.
As this goes along, the thought of this being as tight as it is, obviously mistakes you want to keep to a minimum. It's a situation that Tufts has found themselves in quite a bit here recently, playing these contested postseason games. 6 of their last 7 games overall, including 5 of their 6 postseason games, have gone past 60 minutes. Used to having to grind it out and deliver it, while Middlebury, on the other hand, hasn't played a game that's gone to overtime since the championship game 2 years ago, which was scoreless in regulation against Johns Hopkins' Amy Griffin, who at the time was a sophomore, now a senior captain for Middlebury. That's been her to clinch the national championship for Middlebury for a 5th straight season. McDonald through the midfield here for Tufts. And this one knocked out of play. Watching it go be Emily Stone. The Jumbos trying to apply pressure, but then doing so, as you mentioned, Kelsey, they have fouled a bit Middlebury here today. This one taken back by Hannah McCard, chopping it. Ooh, and nobody on the receiving end.
Yeah, if you look at the way positioned on their press, they are cutting off the transfer, and when he's taking a restart, they really try to keep the ball to one so that they can bring their numbers over, but they need to keep the defense clean so that they can win opportunities off of good defense.
Another foul against the Jumbos. Panthers still looking for those stretch passes. They've been extremely effective of flipping the field in a hurry. The conversion on some of that, not always going to be the highest percentage pass.
And that's something that they practiced yesterday as they were working on their. I heard Coach Catherine DiLorenzo say that they were going to stack two forwards to try to create an overload on the sideline.
A low back into the midfield. This one comes back to her. Del Judas, topical. Just bounces over her stick. Nice defensive play there from the first year, KT. Again, McKenzie, right place, right time. Del Judas. That one will go out in favor of Middlebury.
How many Tufts defenders are underneath the ball right now? And this ball back to change the point.
Panthers use end line to end line here. Matter of a pass or two. Really make Tufts use their speed. Try and stretch. Open up opportunities in the middle here for Catherine Lancey. One off the foot of a Middlebury player. This is just the fifth time in history two teams in the same conference squared off in the national championship field hockey. Last time it happened 2018. It was also Middlebury and Tufts. And every time NESCAC has had two in the final, it has been either one of three teams, Middlebury or Bowdoin. And two of them have been here at the WNL. This one into the circle, Eastburn. Position and let it roll out.
And adding before the NESCAC conference for Division III, very strong. Often see these teams making it to the quarterfinal, semifinals. And like you said earlier, talking about the history of the championships that Middlebury has, that is a bit of an in moments like this. However, talking to Coach Matera of Tufts, she really does want them to enjoy the moment, but said that this is the most talented teams that she has ever had.
Griffin working towards the top of the circle. And she's whistled for the foul, blocking off the... This team 19-2 this season. Haven't lost since September 28th. They've won 16 straight games. National championship. I mentioned so many of those tightly in the postseason. Middlebury 18 through 20 games.
And where Middlebury has experience in playing in championships, Tufts has the experience in overtime, which just makes this game that much more interesting.
Trolls out of play. They'll stick with the Panthers. Third period been to the first where Really a whole lot of opportunities brewing for my side. See a little adjustments from both sides and how each team has countered those. Medwar bouncing it through, and that one will be blown. Defensive step there from Keefe. Under 5 minutes to play here in the third. Still scoreless in the national championship game between Middlebury and Tufts. There's 5 combined shots on goal to this point. This one bounce circle. Delemy will kick it away calmly. Siegel up for DeFeo. Fuqua. A lot of traffic around her. She gets out. And a Medwar. So the Panthers will have to start. See each team continuing to rotate in some fresh bites for how well that they have played defensively with that pressure, just trying to keep players coming off the bench to keep fresh legs and keep that same pressure up. The other team has the ball on their own defensive end.
And that's the challenging part about both high pressing like this. It takes an extreme amount of endurance and speed, and in order to maintain that for such a being 60 minutes, potentially plus, you're going to have to interchange that are doing a lot of running like that.
So Karam's out of play for the Jumbos. Kind of settled down his Picard. And is anything tough, get anything going offensively. Done something to give it right back to Middlebury here in the third. Griffin across for Branca. Lily Branca. That's now 3 defenders. Branca into the circle. Branca in front, and it deflects in. Looks like Caroline diving in to knock it in for Middlebury. And the strike here in the third.
Wow.
Lily made the whole play happen down the near sideline, brought it in and a deflection in front. We'll see it here.
Great job driving line, 3D skills, which are so tough to defend. Diving, finish.
And it is number 23, Caroline Siegel, the senior captain with her 20th goal of the season. Vaults Middlebury in front, 1-0.
That was beautiful by Branca, coming down the left sideline, turns the baseline, and sends a bouncy ball in, which is already harder. And Siegel's hand-eye coordination, grit, finished that ball in the back of the net.
Siegel, 24th goal of the season. For the NESCAC Offensive Player of the Year. A remarkable senior season for goals. Now 57 points just this year. She had the first goal in the semifinals on Friday to tie the game at 1. She does the goal to put Middlebury in front here in the national championship. DeFeo has it knocked away. Middlebury trying to back on this left side again. That proved to be the difference on that first goal. Franca had to get by 3 defenders before getting into the circle and centering it for Siegel to knock in.
And with that skills down the sideline and around the baseline, it is to defend, especially as the ball is bouncing off the turf. And then it is so difficult to play defense on skill like that. You never know where the ball is going to bounce next, especially on an AstroTurf surface.
Mentioned Barry's championship experience and all experience they have on their roster in general. 9 seniors, 2 of them there to put their team in front. Franca, the senior from Massachusetts. Siegel, the senior from Glencoe, Illinois. And Middlebury leads here 1-0 championship. Panthers trying to rush into the third. Lancey. And she won't get anything off before the horn. Middlebury with a big goal here. Third, they break through on Caroline Siegel's 24th season. And will take a 1-0 lead to the fourth, trying to close in straight national championship. Ready quarter here at the 2024 NCAA Division III Field Hockey National Chip Game, and Middlebury leads Tufts 1-0 thanks to a goal from Siegel, her 24th of the season, to put the Panthers on late in that third. As we take another look, a great play from started off, and then Siegel, the hand-eye coordination to finish.
Absolutely. It makes sense why Siegel is the Offensive Player of the Year for the net, leading in goals and points. Very gritty goal she just had there.
The fourth with Tufts trying to find a way to equalize here in the final 15 minutes. Middlebury getting a goal line. Siegel in the third, her 24th of the season. Siegel now .17 of the 21 games that Middlebury has played this season, putting 6 goals now in the NCAA tournament alone. This one goes yet for the Panthers in front of the Jumbos bench. And now if you're Teenham Tufts, is there anything you have to change? Maybe be a little bit more aggressive, trying to create opportunities, but also, you know, how pivotal in this game is, regardless for who it comes. For Tufts, you try him, and if it goes to Middlebury, then you find yourself trailing by 2. So you want to play a balanced here as this game wears along.
And in moments like this, we want to see Tufts continue to have high pressure. You need to stay a little bit more composed when they get the ball. I love that they're trying to lead, but it's not necessarily the smartest decisions. Like hitting the ball, there's a little bit bouncy. Luckily, Pearson able to recover it, but they will sustain their possession a bit more. Ball more, you obviously can score. If you don't have the ball, you can't score. Possession is going to be really, really important.
For the Panthers, staying strong defensively and trying to be able to hold the ball like they've done for a good part of today. Be something to Coach DiLorenzo talking to her team about in between the third and fourth. Anna Met bringing it into the Sir Middlebury, but they'll say it was out of play. This one up for Rio. Eastburn out for line. Never really a true shot off there, just had it taken right from her stick. One of those chances where it bounces into the circle and really comes up just to break it up.
This is better passing here by should go back and around to take a 1v2 against Middlebury. Luckily she got just need to possess the ball a little bit more. I love the way they used hold on that last play. Hopefully she can just open to the other side of the field or go back to maintain possession.
Casey trying to get past a couple of defense. She ends up on the ground. Tufts has found themselves in this war. Played a ton of decisive one-goal games here in the postseason. From plenty of those, it has been really tied or them ahead. I have a whole ton this postseason. I have to find something here in the fourth, this match to continue. To find a way to break through some of this Middlebury here.
And it's a great idea to use the overhead. Just the space that you're putting up to is going to be vitally important. When you throw it to two players, one from each, that ball will always go to the defensive team, hence Middlebury's free hit that they got off of that.
This one catches a Jumbo's player up and again, Tufts unable to string together pad out of their own defensive end. And for Middlebury, the more possession, the more you can keep on Tufts, the more it's going to be harder for them to move the other way. Stopped by Branco. Trying to clear it out of her own end. Judas there. Suit. Off a couple of Middlebury players and out.
You can see how many players Middlebury has around the ball, making a good decision to go back. Forcing Middlebury, our defense on ball is so good.
Taken back here, DeFeo out in front, and Middlebury strikes again. Panthers in transition. Georgianne DeFeo doubles up Middlebury's lead. DeFeo adds her 17th goal here, and Middlebury leads it 2-0.
Yeah, Aaron just made that decision, came out a little too late. DeFeo able to just ball a little bit lifted over top of her. Awareness that the goalkeeper was coming. Good station of the technical skill to get the ball in the air. DeFeo coming down isn't going to make that save over her.
There, McMichael, the centering feed for her 8th assist of the season, and like that, down by 2, the Jumbos Fox here with 9 minutes to play in the national championship. And a penalty corner, come Tufts.
Great way to respond. Great way on. Kudos to the tough offense.
So the Jumbos get just their 2nd penalty of the day. It comes at a crucial of this game. Under 9 minutes to play in the 4th, now trailing error goals.
And this is something that they practiced so much yesterday. Quite as long as Middlebury did, but they definitely were attacking penalty corners quite a bit. Head coach Tara telling me that they drew up a couple new plays. I've seen Middlebury before, and they want to throw them something that's been unexpected.
This will be Kaylee McDonald ready to insert it for the Jumbos. Here's more pass, Rosenquist, and she scores! Hailey Rosenquist slots it in the top corner of the net. Bows respond with a goal of their own.
That was a beautiful play by Tufts. Very deceptive in comparison to the final game. Ball came out to the top, and we saw them fall to their attacking right on Friday. But instead of back in, flicks it up over the goal of Middlebury.
Talk about players who have performed here in the postseason. Kylie Rosenquist has had a point NCAA tournament game. She has the first goal for Tufts to bring this back to a game. And what a response for the Jumbos. Just seconds after Middlebury takes a 2-0 lead, brings this back to a 1-goal game at 2-1.
Head coach Tina Matera telling me yesterday after practice how that they've been inspiring the team for the game, the semifinal game on Friday, telling me that she had all of them who were the same jersey numbers as the current roster, wrote all of them letters to inspire them and demonstrate that they have a community behind. Same thing, they read a book together as a team called Legacy by James Kerr. He reached out to the author, and James Kerr actually sent them an install video that she showed them last night before today's matchup.
Rose trying to lead the Jumbos ahead here. Rosenquist in the circle, and a penalty corner coming. And no, they'll say a foul against Tufts. But the Jumbos will look to get a video referral on.
And for you to be able to call referral, the signal has to be almost immediate. And player has to go over to the official and explain exactly what they are looking. You can't just call a referral without an explanation as to what it is for to be called.
Rosenquist went right over the officials and at least gave her case to see what for them to take a look at. But Tufts using the first referral here today in the national championship for how they were able to turn the momentum, falling behind 2-0 in their favor with Hitzer drawing another corner potentially. If the call were to change, would be a huge swing in it.
Wonder if Rosenquist wanted a stick obstruction or body obstruction on that play. I think what the official saw is it hitting the foot of Rosenquist.
So the two teams stay huddled up as they await before they conclude. But with 7:53 to play here in the fourth, game has really gotten a lot more exciting in a hurry. A late goal in the third from Caroline Siegel to open for Middlebury. They then scored here early in the fourth from George Lowe. 22 seconds later, Tufts responds with their first goal from Kylie Rose. And now just about a minute later, another potential for the Jumbos if the call changes favor.
You can tell Tufts just is not this 2-1 game to stand. This is a great time to use your referral, like with only 7 minutes and 53 seconds on the clock fourth. You should use a referral like this, but the call is going to stand, is coming out, and Tufts one referral, meaning they have one more left to use.
Tufts will lose one of their two.
So the Panthers have to work it out of their own end with, again, pressure the Jumbos. Del Judas trying to fill in Villa. This one knocked down by Lancy. All against the Jumbos. Seen the pressure from their forwards be more of. It has opened up a little bit more on the backs, kind of what led to the second goal. As Middlebury being transition. The Jumbos need to take some of the risks, trying to find that pivotal second goal in their. Griffin will place it down right at midfield. Bring it back on here for Middlebury. Frank. That's him back. Defensively. The card obstructed by Lancy.
Tufts able to sustain attack a little bit more. We've seen a try on the back, some connection and in and out pass this right sideline. Hopefully they're able to sustain it with 23 meters and continue to get goal opportunities.
Force the Panthers to try and pack it in here. Sousa will do it for spot. That one catching a piece of McCann. It took a awkward carom. Sousa has that pass blocked. Another one. Third effort gets through. Rosenquist locked up with it in the circle. The foul will go against Tufts. Five minutes to play here in the fourth in a game and the 2024 National Championship. Middlebury in front of Tufts. DeFeo, that's a penalty corner for Middlebury.
That was a hard foul from right on the verge of the circle, and again, Friday, but that is up to the officials' discretion. When the attackers carrying into the circle here, number 12 from Tufts have a foul, and it's right outside the circle. The official grade this to a corner, and that's what Middlebury will.
First corner for Middlebury here in the second half. They had 7 after their first here in the second half. Under 5 minutes to play in the fourth. lined up to bring it in. Griffin back to Lancey. The Panthers goal outside the circle. Griffin poking it through, and a penalty corner coming as that one hit the foot of her. So for Tufts, the goal is it to now get it out of your own end and limit any damage here.
Yeah, you have very disciplined on the defensive side, especially in your defensive penalty corner unit, because things that are scouted in advance. So it's essential that your job, you know everyone else's job, and communicate something that's unexpected.
Siegel swings. Griffin, and that one from McMichael. Nied. Branca gonna dribble it into the circle and has it off her stick. Falling down that time is McMichael. Panthers trying to keep the pressure, working with the 2-1 lead. Jumbo stretch pass out of the zone. That's Bakar. Bakar able to poke it through. This one wide of the target.
Great ball if you have someone running in on the far. Tufts just wasn't able to get their numbers ahead, but that was very well placed.
Now the clock becomes for Middlebury, under 3 minutes to play. Each of these restarts, a little bit of time. Branca. Trying to bring it along. He's down in the corner. A couple seconds ticking off the clock here for Tufts. This one knocking last touch by the Panthers.
Tufts doing a much better job defending the three balls now, coming down their defensive right sideline. Branca, that's what led to her goal Middlebury had, but Tufts picking up on that very quickly. Smart displays as now they're defending those 3D skills from Branca.
Griffin cross here for Lancey. Lancey cutting it back, and the penalty corner was awarded with 1:32 left.
Tufts defensive penalty unit holding really strong. You can tell that head coach Tina Matera did a great job scouting Middlebury. They had their left trail position on that last play when Middlebury tried to go to their attacking right. They stepped up immediately. Couldn't even get a shot off on the attacking side of the ball.
Yes, you would like a high-quality look, but you also want to be able to cash in here. Just 92 seconds on the clock, separating you in a 7th straight national championship. Working with a 2-1 lead. Keefe. And that one, a foul. Jumbo's going to have to work quick. They need to find a goal here late in the 4th. Branca. Knock it down corner. DeFeo gets past one defender, tries a crack, and that one hit the feet of Medwar out front. Under a minute to play. A 2-1 lead for Middlebury. Can Tufts find a late answer? The Card has it one back on. Bring it down towards the baseline. Ends up for Bacard. Now the Panthers down towards the corner. Foul. We'll see more of this precious time come off the clock. The Middlebury Collegers will make it 7 straight national championships. Top Tufts 2-1 here in Lexington to win straight national championship.
Which means Middlebury Panthers are your national champions.
8 of the last 9 seasons, 7 in a row for Kathleen DiLorenzo and the Middlebury Collegers as they best Tufts 2-1. It took to the third quarter before any action. Carolina with the first goal of the game. Middlebury went up 2-0 thanks to a goal from DeFeo. Tufts responded quickly but could not find an answer in the end as Middlebury holds on for yet another national title. Game that showcases 2 of the top programs in the sport season comes down to the final few minutes and proves to be the best games of the weekend. A 2-1 final in favor of Middlebury.
And to be walking away from this game incredibly proud. They did play a great game. They did not make it easy for the Middlebury Panthers. However, Middlebury on top showed a lot of resiliency and composure in these bins, and that speaks to their experience, leadership that they have on this team.
Make sure to stay tuned here on NCAA. All of the awards and trophy presentation, but that'll do it for us. Broadcast for our entire crew. For my broadcast partner, Kelsey Likens, I'm Ron. Thanks for sticking with us all weekend long. Middlebury wins a 7th straight national championship, their 8th in the last 9 seasons, with a 2-1 victory. Tufts.
Trophies and the individual awards. Presenting our NCAA Division III Field Hockey Committee members, the Chair, Victor Brady, Head Field Hockey Coach, Brelledge, L.A. Lane, Clark University, Chris Ransdell, Worcester State University, Wendy Etta, University of Rochester, Therese Doyle, King University, Mary Austin, University of the South. First, we'd like to recognize this year's all-tournament team. As called, please step towards the awards table. From Williams, defender number 7, Vivo. From Williams, goalkeeper 88, Ellie Smith. From Salisbury, midfielder number 8, Marley McDormand. From Salisbury, defender number 29, Hannah Johnson. From Tufts, defender number 12, Kate McKenzie. From Tufts, midfielder number 15, Kaylee McDonald. From Tufts, goal number 44, Lydia Eastburn. From Middlebury, midfielder number 5, Amy Griffin. From Middlebury, forward number 23, Caroline Siegel. From Middlebury, midfielder number 26, Keith. And your most outstanding player is, from Middlebury, midfielder number Lily Brinka. Will the all-tournament team please pose for a group photo? And now we'd like to present the team awards. First, the second place team finishing with a record of 19-3, the Jumbos of Tufts University. Please come forward as your name is called to receive individual trophy. Number 1, Hannah Murray. Number 2, Sophie Brandt. Number 3, Chosen Quest. Number 4, Brandt. 5, Camille Clark. Next, Curly Iaculo. Number 6, Andrea Del Judas. Number 8, Jordan Pitignano. Number 9, Ellie Wilkins. Number 10, Lainey Pearson. Number 11, Ainsley Allen. Number 12, Kate McKenzie. Number 13, Claire Gavin. Number 14, Katarina. Number 15, Kaylee McDonald. 16, Gabby Sousa. 19, Reagan Malo. 18, Tanya Dev. Number 19, Lily Ragusa. Number 22, Gerard. Number 23, Casey. Number 24, Schmidt. Number 25, or Luft. Number 35, Isabel Gins. Number 44, Eastburn. Coach, Tina Matera. Assistant coach, Jamie. Assistant coach, G. Weaver. Assistant coach, Troy Zervell. Will head coach, Tina and team captains, please come forward to accept the place team trophy. And now, for the second time in a row, the 2024 NCAA Division Field Hockey National Champions, finishing with a record 19-2, the Panthers of Middlebury College. Please come forward as your name is called to receive the individual trophy. Number 1, Shauna Ferraro. Number 2, Emma McCann. Number 3, Hannah Medwar. Number 5, Amy Griffin. Number 6, Lily Duff. Number 7, Joe. 8, Ellie Harrison. Number 9, Allie Kennedy. Number 10, Claire McMichael. Number 11, Emma Mead. Number 12, Sarah Bona. Number 13, Georgianne DeFeo. Number 16, Tessa Hurt. Number 17, Lily Well. Number 8, Kelly Hughes. Number 19, Widener. Number 20, Kelly Cooper. Number 21, Catherine Lancey. 92, Megan Fuqua. Number 23, Caroline Hill. Number 24, Emily Stone. Number 26, Grace Keefe. Number 27, Kim Haggerty. Number 28, Medicate Rip. Number 30, Madeline Delemy. Number 44, Thea Whitey. Number 55, Izzy Reddick. Head coach, Kenny Lorenzo. Assistant coaches, Lauren McNally and Ian Melford. Will head coach, Catherine DiLorenzo. Team captains,